Hey guys, how y'all doing? Welcome to Scott Candle Horsemanship. Okay, so today we're here with Bella. She's a 7 or 8 year old quarter horse mare that came from a feedlot. She came with some injury. She's got some anxiety, and her biggest issue is really she's really afraid of other horses, especially when they're coming up behind her. So we're going to kind of work with her and start showing her how to build her confidence. Okay, so one of the biggest issues that she has is she grinds her teeth a lot. So if a horse kind of comes up near her, she'll kind of grind her teeth, lay her ears back, and kind of try to act aggressive a little bit. Um, we could do one of two things there. We could, tell her no and have her not do that. And that's certainly something that we could do if we need to do that. But we want to really ask ourselves, why is she doing that? And if it's because she's lacking self confidence, we want to build her confidence up so that she doesn't feel the need to have to do that. Think about how a dog feels when you reprimand it. It puts its tail between its legs. It kind of gets a little bit scared, a little bit nervous around you because it wants your approval. And I really believe these horses want the same thing. As long as she's trying, she's going to get relief. She's going to get these reliefs. She's going to get praise. But when she stops trying, or she just kind of says no, then there'll be pressure put on her. But we'll hopefully not use too much of that. It's kind of a negative reinforcement, which is pressure, positive reinforcement, which is the release. We obviously want to do as much releasing as we possibly can, but we want to also have that option of being able to use the pressure if we need to. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do, obviously, is we've done this a lot on a lot of videos. I'm going to walk off and I'm going to see if I've got her attention. Um, I want to start there if I can. If she comes along and follows, that's great. That means she's kind of looking. She's not real enthusiastic about it, just kind of plugging along a little, but that's okay. We're going to build this connection. So we kind of lost her there. See, I love it when they make a choice like that. And when I kept going, she realized she better continue to follow me. So I want her to let her know that's exactly what I want you to do. And we can build her confidence up and teach her how to not be afraid with other horses around it. And we'll bring other horses in the future around her and we'll work with her. But I want to give her a good foundation of just being okay with herself, because I really don't think she is completely doesn't completely feel safe in her own skin. So maybe we'll ask her to take a step back, back, back. There you go. So she thought that it meant go off. She did take a step back, so I want to relieve that pressure and tell her she did a great job. I like how quick she turned and came in as well, because I want her to keep her attention on me. So there again, she thinks that she's got to walk off. That's okay. We'll get her attention here. Get her to come back. And we'll ask her again. Now I could put a halter and a lead rope on her, and help her to stay there, but I really want her to figure these things out on her own. She just has this idea, I've got to disconnect as soon as you ask me to do something. So every time she does, I'm just going to bring her back. Say, don't disengage from me, just pay attention. We're going to keep going over this now. I know that there's pressure when she doesn't find the right answer. By her walking, she's actually looking for the answer. I didn't ask her to leave me. I didn't ask her to go away from me. There we go. Sometimes this can come from somebody that has pushed these horses around in a round pen. I'm going to use this and say, come back over here. Start to put a little pressure on her to say, don't go away. You keep disengaging from me mentally. It's probably kind of what she's just kind of gotten patterned to do. There we go. I'll take that and let her come back up this way. What I want to do is tell her this is where I want you to be. I want you to stay here, not go off. I didn't ask you to go off yet. So there's a change. She's trying to look at me, but at the same time there you go, walking away. So I'm going to back up when she kind of comes towards me. Let her know that's what I want you to do. Stick around here. Don't feel like you got to leave every time. Every time she kind of goes off when I haven't asked her to go off, I'm just going to put some pressure on her. Basically, just trying to get her to understand I'm not asking you to leave. Don't mentally disengage from me. Just take a step backwards. And she gets relief every time she turns and comes in. So she has to figure out that response of just walking away and taking her mind and walking away is not a good response. Even when I ask her to go, I want her to stay paying attention to me as she goes around. Yeah, I don't want her to anticipate what I'm going to do. She stepped back and thought about going away, but she didn't go. So I want to reward that. Every one of these little things is going to build her confidence. It's going to make it more clear to her what it is that I'm asking her. I have to be really clear to her um, what's right and what's not right. There you go. I'll take that. She moved a hind leg back and she leaned back. That's what I want her to do. So I want to reward that. Let her know. Good job. Good job. I want her to start to feel good about herself and start feeling that she can figure things out, that everything's not just a big mystery to her. Okay, so I'm going to ask her again to take a step back. Much better. I'm going to see if I can get her now to step back. That was really good. Go ahead and step back, girl. Step back. Go ahead, step back. There we go. I'll take that. She looked around for the answer and she didn't just leave. That's what I'm really looking for. I don't want her to just decide that every single time she doesn't understand something, she just leaves and disengages. So that was really good. I like that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put her out, have her walk around and go different directions. Kind of putting her shoulder in a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to let her walk here. Again, now we're kind of back. If you guys saw the other video I did the other day, short video about the 3 stages of training. If I'm teaching this horse, if I want to teach her what to do, I'm going to be very forgiving with her. I'm going to let her come in close. I'll, be real quick to release, and I'll be real slow to add more pressure if she's not finding it. But once she gets past that teaching, which she already kind of knows how to do this, then we're going to go to the testing phase. We're going to put it on a little quicker, make her mind have to think a little faster with a little bit of adrenaline. And then there's the practical use phase, which is where she's got to kind of do it now. And that's where the knowledge and the respect have to work together. Very nice. So now I'm going to step back and have her square back up again. We'll ask her to step off here to her left. There we go. Good girl. There's a nice lick and chew. And see, she figured that one out. So I'm going to take a step back again. Take the pressure off of her for a minute. Okay, we're going to ask her to move off here. Other direction again. Now, I like that she's walking. She's not overreacting to being asked to move. And we'll take a step back. And we'll change directions. So I keep a constant pressure. When she doesn't make the right choice, but she's trying something, I'm going to keep the same pressure on until I get her to find the right answer. I'll let her take her time, let her figure it out. In this teaching stage of the game. And go back down to walk. Girl. Very nice. A lot of licks and chews. We can't get too many of those licks and chews in. Once we get those, man, just take them. That just means she's really understanding what it is. Very nice. Back to a walk. Back down to a walk. Good girl. Every time I back up and she kind of follows me back in and squares up, that's really good. Nice sigh. I like that. We'll walk off, see if we still got her. Very good. Right now. So what I want to do with her, because I know she's nervous with the flag, is I want to go ahead and um, work with her on building her confidence towards this. The flag should never move her. When she moved before, I moved her. If the flag moves her, it means she's afraid of it. There we go. So she's going to learn a couple of things. She's going to learn that when I'm not asking her to go anywhere, that I'm not giving her a cue to go anywhere, that she needs to just kind of hang around. And also that um, the flag won't hurt her. But she can't know that if she keeps running away from it. There we go. Very nice. I want her to have confidence that this isn't going to hurt her. So when she goes away from it, I'll just put a little pressure. She comes back. I'll take pressure off and go away. Let her start to follow the thing that she's afraid of. So I want her to understand that no matter what, things aren't going to hurt her. So we don't know what happened. Maybe somebody that had worked with her before, maybe moved her around the round pen with a flag, and we don't know if that's what she's thinking she's supposed to do. But she has some legitimate fear. There she licks and chews. We'll go back up to her again. See, I'm moving the flag because she's disengaging from me. She says, I'm going to leave. I don't trust you enough with that flag. It scares me and I don't trust you enough with it. So I'm going to turn around and leave. No matter what's going on, when we're up on her back someday, the last thing that we need to do is get afraid of us and try to leave us. That's when they leave you in the dirt. So every time she turns and looks at me, I'll stop the flag. And then we'll walk up again. And if she gives me a chance there like that, she made an effort. You can even see this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the side of her face is, she's really clenching her jaw right now. She's really biting down hard because she's dealing with the anxiety that's inside. I want her to start to realize she doesn't have to deal with it like that she can just kind of relax. No, at least we're got us at a decent starting spot. I'll take that. She caught the horse up there out of the corner of her eye, and she looked at that horse and decided that the flag wasn't that scary right in front of her. So that was good. Very nice. She actually dropped her head and looked at it a little bit. That was really good. Now again, I could put the halter and lead rope on her and kind of keep her there and go with her until she calmed down. but I want her to do this on her own. Much better. See, she didn't know that this flag wasn't just going to come out and just grab her by the throat and take her down, but she would never find out that it wasn't going to do that if she kept running away from it. So we have to get her to first at least try to make an effort to realize that everything's not going to hurt her. And that's her instinct, is to run away. And if I go too fast with this and I make it too scary and kind of force her to stand there, I chase her around if she doesn't want to hang around, and I really, put a lot of pressure and a lot of energy on her, she might not have any other choice but to go into fight mode as opposed to flight mode. So we don't want to ever get there. We don't want to have them fight us. We want to have them look around for the correct answers and realize that nothing that we've done is going to hurt this horse. And every time that they, really kind of find it, see, her head came way down. She's licking and chewing now. Um, that's a huge success in her brain. She felt like I just did something. I did something that scared me 5 minutes ago. And so that's pretty cool. That's what I like to see, and kind of work on that and build on that. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of just moving this around. You can see now that her first instinct wasn't to walk off there. When we first started, her instinct would have been to just, oh, I've got to move and get away from all of that energy that's created right here, that I'm moving this flag and creating this energy right here. This is just a not for her exercise. This doesn't mean anything. I don't want you to be afraid of things. We build on them and make them scarier, but make this more pressure. The more pressure that she can realize is not going to hurt her, as far as we're putting this, or we're creating all this energy and pressure around us, the more that she can accept and kind of handle and stay calm, the better we're going to be whenever we're up on her back. Come up here again, and I'm going to wait for her to kind of see if we can get a release. I don't want her just to stand here and put this anxiety and just, shut down and stay anxious on the inside. I want her to let it all go. Let her take a break for a second, see if she can lick and chew here, if we can get a little bit of a release out of her. these things seem like they're really, really small, little victories. They are, small to us, but for her, they're huge. When she can learn to overcome something that she was so afraid of. There we go. I like that. Another lick and chew. She's very relaxed and calm, and has that back foot cocked. But this made her bring her head up just a touch and worry a little bit. I like how she turned and looked at me, and that's when I stopped the flag. That was good. A lot of praise, letting her know she did really, really, really good. Now, there'll be a lot of other things to do with her. We'll bring another horse that maybe she's afraid of, and we'll work with both of them in here, or we'll put one outside the round pen and get her to kind of get to those things where she's grinding her teeth and laying her ears back. And um, but I think just staying on building this foundation of getting her more a little braver and have a lot more self-confidence, um, I think it's going to do her a world of good. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, and all that YouTube stuff. And I really appreciate you out there. And we'll see you next time.